Is Steph Curry about to pass LeBron James in the all-time rankings? Now, you're going to say, George, don't be so crazy. But is he already better than LeBron if he wins this series and goes on to win the NBA championship? I'm not quite sure, actually. And me, I'm a huge LeBron James fan, but I'm even a bigger Steph Curry fan. So this is why I decided here, I'm going to break down LeBron James versus Steph Curry. And could Steph Curry actually pass LeBron James in all-time rankings by beating the Lakers this year in round 2 and then going on to win the NBA championship? So let's get started here by comparing the two players, and let's start with LeBron James. LeBron James is the greatest body of work of any basketball player of all time because of the longevity, the way he's built like a tank, and how good he's been for so long. Now, I don't think he's the greatest player of all time. That goes to Michael Jordan, in my opinion, who is the GOAT. Don't even argue with me. You can in the comments, folks. You know, it's okay. You can argue in the comments. I won't tell anyone. But anyway, back to LeBron James real quick. So LeBron James here is maybe the second greatest player of all time. He's definitely on the Mount Rushmore of all-time greats in NBA history. So let's break down LeBron James versus Steph Curry. So LeBron, 20 seasons now in the NBA at the age of 38. He's a 4-time NBA champion, a 4-time final MVP, a 4-time regular season MVP, and the NBA's all-time leading point scorer. Now that's not points per game. That's actually points scored in NBA history. The all-time points per game leader is Michael Jordan, who's still, in my opinion, the GOAT, as I have mentioned before in this video. Now let's get to Steph. Steph, on the other hand, is in season number 14. 14. And he's aged 34. And it kind of sounds crazy that it's already 14 seasons in the league for Steph Curry, but it really goes by with a snap of a finger. Now, Curry himself, his resume has been nothing short but spectacular. He's a 4-time NBA champion. He's probably the best teammate of all time with his unselfishness, his ability to bring in Kevin Durant and work seamlessly with him. He's just the most unselfish basketball player I've ever seen in my whole entire life. He's a 2-time MVP, but only a 1-time final MVP, which a lot of people always wanted to give him, a lot of flank about. But here's the thing. I think he deserves at least 2 of them, if not 3. And honestly, I think the Cavaliers versus the Warriors back when the Warriors were winning championships against the Cavaliers were more concerned about stopping Steph than stopping Durant. And hence, Durant had a little bit better stats. Now, you're saying, George, let's get to the main topic here. Could Steph Curry pass LeBron James in the all-time rankings here? Well, here's something you want to keep in mind. I don't think Steph Curry would pass LeBron James here with a win in this series and an NBA championship, but it would set him up for a very good opportunity to become a better all-time basketball player than LeBron James. And how do we do that? Well, let's first of all look at the head-to-head matchups. LeBron James and Steph Curry have met a total of 4 times already in the playoffs, with Steph Curry's teams winning 3 of those series and LeBron James only winning 1 of those series. And if and this video is basically asking if Steph wins this series and goes on to win the NBA championship, he would actually have 4 wins versus 1 loss against LeBron in playoff series. Now, people are going to say the play-in game. I don't count the play-in game. It's 1 game. Next, that would give Steph, now this is all predicated on Steph winning the series and going on to win the championship. Now, so let's say Steph wins this championship. He has 5-time NBA champion, 2-time final MVP, and he's the greatest shooter of all time. Well, all of a sudden here it gets interesting because you have 1 more championship than LeBron James. But I think it puts him in a place where he could really set himself up to become the greatest basketball player of all time. Think about this. Let's say Steph, now at age 34, plays until another 3-4 years at this level. If he plays another 3-4 years at the level he's playing at right now and ends up with 2 more championships, with 6 championships, 3 finals MVPs, and a 2-time MVP, and LeBron James stays where he's at, all of a sudden you have a real argument about who's had a better career, Steph Curry or LeBron James. But that's what's going to take for Steph Curry to pass LeBron James. It's a championship this year, winning this series against the Lakers, and then winning another NBA championship to get to 6 rings and tying Michael Jordan. And not only would that make Steph Curry better all time than LeBron James, but it would actually make Steph Curry the 2nd greatest basketball player of all time and move LeBron James to 3rd. But right now, I think it's pretty set in stone. Jordan 1, LeBron 2, and then have your pick after that at 3, 4, 5. But Steph, he's entered the conversation as a top 5 player of all time. And if you like this video, do me a big favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Really would appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time.